for a faculty picnic, and there's this lady walking ahead of me, and I could think she looks familiar. She looks familiar. She looks familiar. Who could she be? We go to church on Sunday. She's at the organ. It hits me. Oh my gosh, Inga Johnson from Manhattan Ward. She was teaching in the music department at Rick's, teaching opera at Rick's. So anyway, so interesting events. And there would be others. And then Lamar Barris' wife, what was her name, honey? Oh, she played piano beautifully. Oh, just exquisitely. And then when he was on his mission in Vienna and allowed to play the violin as part of his mission for performances to, show what the church could do, then when he finished his mission, they had plans to marry. So she came from Rexburg to Vienna, and they were married in which temple would that have been? Oh, there's whatever temple's closest at the time. Maybe I'm not sure which one, but they were married then, and they came back. But when they would play, they were in our ward. You almost would cry. It was just romance right there. It was beautiful. So,
thank you. One thing, and I'm not sure if you mentioned it all, is you talked about when you were a very young child in Germany. Mm-hmm. Did you share those?
There's not too much. All I remember is my mother, if she was in the kitchen, she didn't want you to bother her when she was cooking, but she'd be singing opera songs.
Okay, was it you that was in a covered wagon?
Oh,
okay.
No, what I said was that I actually went to town in an oxen wagon in my time.
I see.
See, we had fled from Prussia, whole different part of Germany. Anyway, let's say I was from here, and we had to flee because the Russians were crossing the border, and we were in danger. We had 10 minutes to leave. 27 below zero, left in our nightgowns, stuffed into cattle cars. People froze to death by the next morning. Months later, we would get on the train, off the train, bombing, horrible things. We'd end up way over here, northwestern Germany. And then my father, who'd been, couldn't help it, got drafted in the military, 3 children, ended up in Russia, which would be over here somewhere. And we thought he died, and here our city was bombed, that he thought we had died. But long story, miracle, he found us up here. And he took us down to this part, because now this was all... My mother's part of Prussia was given to Poland with World War. My mother's part of Prussia was given to Poland after World War I. My part of Prussia was given to Poland after World War II. That left this much. And then Germany was divided into 4 zones, one of which were the different allies, Russia, France, England, America, governed those areas, and that was where communist East Germany was. It was first governed by Russia, then they wouldn't leave. Then that became communist East Germany. So, but we ended up in the American zone about here. Need to look at the map better. And then that's where we lived with farmers, 1 room per family. They had to take in refugees, no choice, because so much of Germany was destroyed, and even cities around them were destroyed. And so we ended up that way. And the only ones that were using gasoline was the Americans, the military. The Germans could have some luck for their motorcycles, and they had bicycles and trains. And so the farmers we lived with had oxen wagon. So we would go to town. That's fine, an oxen wagon.
Okay.
Anyway, and then it fell over into the ditch.
We're still recording.
Anyway, so it wasn't a covered wagon, it was a wagon pulled by an ox into town.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty, thank you. Okay, and you said that your mother would sing a lot, and that helped you be happy during that time as a child.
And Germany has so many folk songs, so many. So we're always singing folk songs. That's that was just a given. So there's a lot of that. We'd even sing songs where we're playing games and clapping, having different. We had one game where you had to go from 1 to 10, And for each number you did a different move. Maybe number 1 was throw the ball up in the air and clap your hands. Number 2 maybe was throwing the ball in the air and turn around and catch it. But we'd sing along with it. Singing was just part of it. And there's some very, very pleasant German folk songs. There's some others like Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles in der Welt, which is a hymn. Could you bring me the hymn book? I think it's by Haydn. Yes, please. And we sing it at church. Well, they hardly sing it, but it's in there. Da da dee da dee da 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 dee da dee da 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 dee da da dee da. What is it called? That's something with Zion, I think.